Hey guys, this is Mrs. Wagner. I am at home today with a couple of sick kids, but I wanted to go over with you what you guys can be doing for today to get started on your project Skydive, which is the first of 4 STEM activities that we will be doing this year. I know that some of you had a chance to start a little bit of research, have taken a look at our challenge, but I know that's not the case for everyone. So let's make sure that we're all in the same place and let's talk about what you guys can do today. So go into your Canvas course and you guys can see I've split my screen up here. On one side of your Canvas course, you guys will have your Honors 10-9 lesson. And then you guys will also see underneath that, so it's kind of like your to-do list for today, what you guys should do. So we'll go into your to-do list first. And I'll have the link for this video up there if you need to go back and catch any other details. You're welcome to go back and watch it. But please do the steps in order. You guys are going to get the half sheets that are at the front of the room. I put them at the front today just so it wasn't confusing with the other classes that I have. But I put the half sheets over here on the left side of my screen for you guys to be able to kind of follow along with what we're going to do. So you're going to set up a new entry. We'll call it Project Skydive. And your challenge for this activity is if you and your group members can create a parachute that slows down the most during free fall, but it's also the most accurate. And you guys are going to be dropping your parachutes to try to hit a target. So you can tape your half sheets in. I would probably tape them in on separate pages. The half sheet that goes first is the one that says Part 1, Big Questions and Research. So I want you guys to, when you get these sheets, to answer the first 2 questions, just reflecting a little bit about how you think parachutes work and some factors that might influence them. And then we want to take a look at the challenge. And you guys will notice that you guys do have a video that attaches to this. I know some of you guys did your video yesterday, but in Project Skydive, we're going to go ahead and watch that video challenge again, just to get an idea of what you're supposed to be doing. So let's take a look.
You've always been fascinated.
Okay, so once you guys have watched that video, you're just going to jot down a few questions that you have or ideas it makes you think of, observations about the video itself, and then kind of questions or things you're curious about or things you wonder about will go on the right side of that table. So after you've done that, you guys would go ahead and do a little bit of research. So to get to your research document, let's go back. I'll go back home here. You go back into your Project Skydive module, and you're going to click on the Research Project Skydive link. And like I said, some of you guys had already done this, and if you've already used, you've already started it. But you're going to take this document, you're going to make a copy, and you're going to do a little bit of research. You're going to research a little bit about how the shape, the texture, the materials, and the design of parachutes affect their flight, the fall. Do a little research to see which design seems to work the best. As you are researching and summarizing what you find here, please just don't copy and paste big chunks of information. But as you summarize, just make sure that you are copying and pasting the link of the website too, so that if you need to go back and check anything else, you have the link to go to it. Do a little research so that you know the difference between accuracy and precision. And you should also do some research to see the relationship between air resistance and friction, and how the size or shape of a parachute could affect those factors. So you guys will do that. I would try to budget 20 to 25 minutes to really kind of thoroughly get through there and do some research and start thinking about what you could design. After you've done that, you want to go ahead and submit it just like you would any other Canvas document. And then you can take a look at the materials that I've given you. On the back counter, you guys will see the materials are laid out. I don't want you to actually take anything today, but you can take the fabrics and the bags and you can kind of feel them and see, make some decisions about what you think you might want to use to build a parachute. You do have to understand that you are going to have a budget for this activity. So your budget's $50,000. So you guys can see the cost of some of the things that you have available to you. So you're going to have to make some decisions about what you want to use, what you're going to make, and how much it's going to cost you for as your company. I ask that you guys do this next part independently, but after you've had a chance to look over the materials, I want you guys to actually come up with an individual design. So think about the materials there, think about their costs, what would you use within your budget, and come up with an individual design. Make a sketch. I do want you to label the sketch. So tell me what materials and what parts are going where. And at this point, you kind of have to wait for your group in order to share your ideas. But if you all get to this point today and everybody has at least made their own design, then you guys can go ahead and talk with your lab group about each other's designs, make comments, ask questions, and record those there. You probably are not going to get to the group design. That's really going to depend on your group. But the way this will work, tomorrow, you guys will all have a chance to look at each other's independent designs, and you and your team are going to have to come up with 2 parachute designs to test. So you try to combine your ideas, pick the best from both of them, think about what you think will be most effective. You can split your group up into 2 parts, and you guys can each be responsible for creating one of those parachutes, but you do want that next part of the build to really be a group effort. And then tomorrow, you guys will be able to submit a purchase order to me in terms of what you plan to use and what that cost is going to be, and I will need to sign off on that before you guys get your materials. So that's what you guys are going to be doing today. If you finish everything early, you guys know you should be doing Genius Hour stuff. Keep brainstorming. Just Google everything that you can, soak up as much information as you can, and you guys will be in great shape. All right, guys, good luck. I hope I can see you tomorrow.